I'll pick the trading post. I won't go in though. Alright, I'll start here with the den. And I'll pick the walk-in closet, mostly because I have the trading post, and the walk-in closet has items in it, like running shoes, and gems and keys. But the running shoes are the real meat of it here. They can save me some steps. Alright, I'll pick the courtyard. It's got the most options, plus I can afford it. And the reading nook. I need the library. Alright, let's see. There's a treasure map. Lots of money, but can I spend it? 4, 5, 6. Also, do I have a shovel? Well, I may be able to trade for one, but... Okay, let me see what we have. We have, like, drafting strategies. We've got a new clue. We've got Swimbird. There's, like, the curse of whatever it was. But what book of hers has a green cover? Well, I'll pick Realm and Rune, because I haven't read it yet. I mean, okay, technically I did read it, sort of. But a lot of the pages were ripped out, so... the commissary. Okay, well, I'll buy me a... Well, I can't afford anything except gems. I'd like a shovel, though. I need a shovel. One thing the commissary doesn't have. Wait a minute, that was a walk-in closet. So used to putting rooms that aren't dead ends on the other side of this. Okay, parlor. Last time the parlor was a real headache. The empty boxes both have true statements. The blue box has a true statement. This box contains the gems. Well, let's see. If the empty boxes both have true statements, then this would also have to be true. Or if this is true, then this would be false. And this would be false too. But if this box has a true statement, then this is true, and this is true, and the other one would be false. But then where are the gems? If the empty... The empty boxes both have... Well, the empty boxes can't exactly have... both have true statements on them. Because if they did, we'd have 3 true statements, so this would have to be false if the gems are in here. I mean, where else would they be? So the blue box... So if this is false, then this is false too, assuming that this is true. But then if it's false, where are the gems? And besides, all 3 conditions are satisfied with this being true and both of these being false. At least I think. Yeah, there they are. Before I do anything else, I'm going to I'm glad I picked this first. I can scratch a dead end off of the running here. It's easier to do that than to hope for a hallway. But here... Okay, well, thank goodness for the chapel. It's a T-junction. Maybe there's a candle in here I can pick up. Or something like it. None of these candles are lit. Okay, only option here. The observatory. I got 19 stars. What am I doing with them? Ooh, so many gems. And a key, too. You know, I'll put the spare room in here just to take it out of the pool. And here's security. Where were you last time? Offline mode. Unlocked. Alright, let's create some more options here. I don't want to lose half my steps. I'll put the corridor in. I've got plenty of keys. Well, I'll make this a hallway closet. Ivory dye, rabbit's foot. Now, where's our one extra branch going to branch off to? Well, I can mix stuff up in the workshop. But it has a key card system. Which means that I can't do anything else. Honestly, it never fails. Every time... Where's the commissary? Oh, you know what? I got a better idea. I'm gonna go see what there is to trade in the, wait, do I? No, I can't get to the Foundation. So, I don't know if I can trade the treasure map. Yeah, I can. For a vault key, but I don't have the vaults. Or, 2 ivory die, pointless. 3 ivory die. No, there's nothing good here. I mean, yeah, I could buy the sledgehammer, but, alright, fine. This day is officially over because of the key card system. The schoolhouse. Those classrooms offer many opportunities to redraw the next room. I just started over there last time. Alright. Spare room. Library. Well, it's time to read Realm and Runes, Sigils of the Past and Present. Gifted by yours truly, Simon P. Jones. So, let me see. I want to see what... I'm trying to remember what pages were ripped out. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does it tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, circle, and variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have a special meaning. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle this symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Like this, this here is for Fen Aries. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, which I think is the symbol on the flag. The dividing lines are rays, the moat, and the border. Yeah, you remember this, right? Oh, and look at this. The core. At the sigil and inner of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind the name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering the sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't know the place we are describing. Several cores taken from well-known sigils. Well, there's Orinda Aries here, Fen Aries, Iraja, Korarika, and Arch Aries. But note Orinda Aries was missing before when we first read this. Spreading forth from the core will come several dividing lines, splitting the sigil into pieces. From one sigil to another, the rays will often differ in number, style, and form. Studying the differences in these lines will immediately reveal several things about the realm. Counting the number of dividing lines in a sigil will reveal to us what method of transportation was prevalent in a realm. Were they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse of their lands? Oh, and look, they don't always have to be symmetrical either. So note that 8 spokes means naval capabilities, ship routes, seaports. The 8 rays on these sigils represent the directions on a compass rose. This one, four rays, sort of an X here, and that's for Fen Aries, or have roads, streets, and carriages. The 4 rays here look like crossroads on a map. The one below it sort of looks like a letter K sort of flipped around 90 degrees. Horseback, rough trails. Another sigil that uses 4 rays, however, these will always be configured to suggest a horse galloping. There's this one in kind of a Y. Train system, locomotion. The 3 rays here are used in sigils for realms that rely on track-based travel. There's this one that looks like a sunrise. Aviation, dirigibles, balloons. The 5 rays here suggest travel above the horizon. And the one with 2 rays, camels, pack mules, arid or desert trails. 2 rays to indicate a flat terrain. And then there's this one which has 5 sigils, but they're not. But there's like one of them that's kind of pointing northeast. Turtleback travel. 5 short rays that do not fully extend from the core to the border. So turtles are common over there, wherever that is. Okay. Then there's the style of ray. Identifying the style of ray used in the sigil will show us whether the kingdom considered native. Some are intuitive, like jagged lightning-shaped lines to indicate stormy lands. So these were the rays. It had nothing to do with the border. Straight black lines indicate a lack of unusual or harsh weather and normal temperatures. Foggy, like Fen Aries, or misty weather is indicated when the ray has several horizontal slashes across one side. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence, and windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. And here we have the moats. I think I read this, but the martial parts, I think that was ripped out. Militaristic nation engaging in generation-spanning wars and heated arguments. Yeah, that's Fen Aries to a T. And the rest of these I read. Around each, as was the border. Yeah, I remember this. So, Fen Aries, the Grand Realm. Transportation, road and carriage, weather foggy, society militaristic, banner red, as opposed to black. And that's all. Well, it sounds like the pages that were ripped out were the ones that arguably editorialized Fen Aries, and Fen Aries authorities really didn't want that, did they? Oh boy, what a dilemma. Classroom or bookshop? Well, I'm going to pass the first grade again. Furthest I've ever gotten is 6th. But that really has more to do with how rich I am in gems. Well, the hallway here doesn't really give me many more options, so 2nd grade classroom. It's a dead end. At least I get an apple for teacher, though. And at least I'm getting it out of the way. So now I'm going to go into the other side, since I've pretty much struck the first one dead. Well, this is the only one that doesn't have a dead end in it. And it's got keys. A key. And here's the den. It has a gem in it. So now I can afford to get to the 3rd grade. Then I'll take the pantry because it's got money in it. And bananas. boudoir has a gem, but the storeroom has 2 keys, a gem, and a coin, and it's a dead end. So since it's less of a distance, I'm going to draft off the den here. Oh wow, that could have been bad. So the chapel gives me more options, even though I'd like classroom. I prefer the classroom, but the chapel objectively is a better decision here. Gives me 2 options. None of them is to light candles, though. Okay, the hallway isn't a dead end. I'm not going to go there just yet, though. Gonna have to spend a gem on the kitchen. Alright, the classroom does give me the option to redraw. It's the only reason I picked it. Alright, let's see. Maybe I can redraw myself a room that gives me gems, or at least better options. Because the observatory might as well be a dead end here. Well, the corridor's nice, but I can already get to that one area through the hallway, so no. I can't afford the walk-in closet. I need the gems from the parlor, though. But I also need the options, so I can't afford the pool, and the other 2 are dead ends. I can't afford the classroom, and the other 2 are dead ends. The boudoir has a gem in it. I guess I'm taking that, then. And going back to the hallway. Okay, the dining room doesn't have any, well, it just continues the one path. I was hoping to split stuff in 2 paths. The maid's chamber, again, doesn't have any dead ends, but I'm less likely to find items now. Ah, the East Wing Hall. I've been looking for something like this because it's got more than one direction to go in here. This room is a dead end. So I'll make the hall closet here. A metal detector, which kind of works against the maid's quarters. An ivory die and a sleep mask. Saving a lot on steps here. Okay, security is a little bit more important than academia here. Reason being, well, I'd like to reduce the number of key cards. I always want to, but I keep encountering one of them anyway. See, there's one. So once again, I don't have a choice but to, let's see. Gymnasium, more options. Except no, because again, there's a key card system. There's a key card. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I can do that. But... well, once again, the key card system has been... has ended things. I've got gems, I can eat in the dining room, but I don't have any more options. I don't have any more options left. Yeah, what's for dinner? Ah, fish. Well, now I've got more steps than I started with, but nowhere to use them. So since there are either dead ends or key or high security doors, I have no choice again except to call it a day.